guys, so many of you asked me questions about how to solve on page 28, numbers 27 and number 28. So I'm going to go over how to solve those equations. Hopefully it will make sense to you guys and then you can get it. So with this equation, just like with numbers 13, 14, and 19, and 22, you're going to do the same thing. This is basically the product of this and this. So what you're doing is you're kind of, I don't want to say kind of, you're basically leaving this part alone. You're not really touching this. You're dealing mostly with this side and this side here. So when you're factoring this, you would have, I'm going to do it in brackets because with dealing with all of this, it's going to be easier to do it in brackets. So you're going to have 2x plus y because you're squaring it, you want to separate it into two separate sets of parentheses. So you would have plus 1 here, and that's the end of the first one. Then you're going to do the second one, which is 2x plus y plus 1. Signifying that the reason why you're not putting it all in yet is because you're multiplying 1 times all of this. And when you're multiplying 1 in here, you're kind of just making it its own equation where it's 2x plus y, and then you're adding in the plus 1. And then you're doing the same thing over here, 2x plus y plus 1. So you could leave this as your answer, or an easier way to write it would be 2x plus y plus 1 squared. So this would be the answer to this equation. 2x plus y plus 1 would be your answer. I really hope that makes sense. So the result of this and this is basically this. It's just multiplying 2 times this, which is basically splitting it all into 2. Now I'm going to do number 28 with you guys really fast also, and then for homework in this section, you're going to do numbers 29 and 30, just to see if you guys understand it. So number 28, you have negative x plus 3 squared plus 2y minus x plus 3 plus y squared. So again, you're just focusing on the first part and the second part. And again, you're going to put it in brackets. Negative x plus 3 plus y squared because it's two separate equations. Then you can put it into all together. Now, when you do it, you keep the letters first and then the numbers. So you'd put negative x plus y squared. Oh, wait, just kidding. Yeah. Plus y squared plus 3 times negative x plus 3 plus y squared. Did I do that right? I'm just kidding. I am sorry. Because you split the y into 2, you do not write the squared part. Stupid brain. Alright. What did I do here? I don't know what I did. My brain was too busy focusing on why I was squaring the y than why I was writing down what I was. Okay, so then plus y plus 3. That's what you would write. Or you would do negative x plus y plus 3 all squared. And either one of these could be your answer, but this is going to be the shortest, most simplest way to write your answer. So this would be better. So I hope this makes sense for this type of equation. Like I said, I want you to do number 29 and number 30 on page 28 for homework. By the way, I've been getting a lot more pictures of homeworks, and I am very proud of you guys for doing that. Thank you very much. Now we're going to go over another thing. So hopefully people have not stopped watching the video, because some people like to just watch the first like 2 minutes and then stop watching. So hopefully you're still watching, because I'm going to teach you a new math problem. Factoring exponents that are not in powers of 2. So something that's not just like 5 times 5, or something that can be easily factored. So if you were to do 64 x to the 6th power plus 729. Now, how in the world would you factor something like this? Well, first you'd have to break it down into, you would have to break down the number and break this down to where you can square it and then cube it. So whatever the numbers would equal to get blank squared and then cubed. That's the kind of equation that we're going to be writing. So for here, the answer would be 2 squared. Is it brackets or is it parentheses? Oh, sorry, I forgot the x. 2x parentheses first. 2x squared, and then in brackets, you're cubing all of that. So then you have your square, then you have your cube. Then you have your plus, and then you do 3 squared cubed. And then you would start to solve it. So then you would have 4x, wait, what? Yeah, 4x squared cubed plus 3 times. Why did it do that? Oh, yes. So then you would just have 9 cubed. Now the reason why it's here is because it doesn't want to confuse the exponents. It does not want to confuse the exponents. So then you'd have to factor this and create you have to create like a polynomial from here. So you would create a 4x squared plus 9. And then you would sorry, I just lost my train of thought. Because you're cubing it all, then you would keep going into all of this, and this would be the first part, this would be the second part, so you would have 4x squared, and because this is positive, you're going to do a minus sign, because remember, whenever you do this, the first sign is going to be positive, the negative, and then the second sign is going to be positive. So you have 4x squared, then you multiply this times this, so then you have 4x squared times 9 cubed plus 9 cubed. I really hope you're following this. I really hope you are. And that's all of that. If it's easier to write all of this in brackets, just to keep it from getting confusing, then that's fine. So then you start to solve it. Then you go 4x squared plus 9. And then you kind of start to, well, not kind of, you do start to solve this. And I totally forgot to square this because you're supposed to square the first term. And you're supposed to, no. Squaring. Because you took one out, so then it's squared. Because here you have it cubed, you took one out, so now you're squaring it. So then you have 4x squared squared. So 4 squared is going to be 16, and then x to the 4th power minus 36 x to the 5th power plus 9 cubed, or you could put 81 I messed up again. Squared. So then you could leave this as your answer. You took one out. I keep messing up. I'm sorry. Squaring, because you took one out. So then you're having 9 squared, which is why you got the 81. My brain does not want to work right now, and I'm sorry. So this here is going to be your answer for this equation. If I messed up too many times and you are completely confused, I can do another one. I'm sorry. But I want to do another one with you. What happens if the numbers are different? The prime numbers, if the numbers, like, solving one for a 4, if you had, like yesterday, we said that the 4, the way that you treat a 4 is different than how you would treat other ones. So let's do one with a 4. Let's do x to the 4th plus y to the 4th. And if you remember, this one is the very special one because it's addition sign and it's the 4th power. So you could do x squared squared plus y squared squared, which no matter what is going to get you back to y to the 4th power. So your answer again would just be prime. So that is what it would be if it was a positive. If it was for a negative, just kidding. I'm not going to do that one. I'm going to do it a slightly different. We'll do d to the 4th power minus 16. How would you do this one? Well, you would do d squared minus, here you would have to do kind of what we did with the other one, where you would have it squared and then cubed, but it's not a large enough number to do it cubed. So you would just do 2 squared squared. So you're rising everything to the 2nd power. So with that, you would do, you would kind of solve it first. So you would have d squared minus 2 squared. And then you would do it twice, because everything is squared. So then you would do d squared, is it plus or minus? Sorry, this one's supposed to be plus. First one's supposed to be plus, second one's supposed to be minus. 2 squared. So here everything is squared, so you're just writing it twice just to make it to where you can start solving it. Then you have to solve these numbers, so then you'd have d squared plus